Hi, today we're going to learn how to use VPN to stay secure and private online. Wow, this is a tough job. Just kidding. When you use NordVPN, all it takes is just a single click. See for yourself. Click, and you're browsing securely on public Wi-Fi. Click, your ISP can't see what you do online. Click, and you're in a different country. Well, virtually. Any device you have there, NordVPN has you covered. Everything else is just details. But if you care to know more, NordVPN has more than 5,000 servers all over the world. It protects your sensitive data with advanced encryption, shields you from malware and phishing sites, and keeps no logs of your online activity.
Click link in the description and get 68% discount for your first order. Using calligraphy before the wedding. Send out calligraphy invitations. Before your wedding begins, you can start the calligraphy theme with invitations. Send guests invitations written in calligraphy that include you and your spouse's name, as well as the date, time, and place of the ceremony. Make sure the calligraphy you use is fairly legible. You want guests to know the important details, and calligraphy can sometimes be difficult to read. Hand out calligraphy maps for a destination wedding. If you're having a destination wedding, send a map. A map can be a memento for guests and can also be used to help guests find their way to a tricky location. You can have the writing on the map written in calligraphy, giving it an old-fashioned feel. If there are important or complicated directions on the map, it may be best to refrain from using calligraphy in these portions of the map. You want to make sure guests know where to go. Add calligraphy to personalized hangers. Before the ceremony, you should have a room set up for bridesmaids and groomsmen to change. You can hang up garments, like bridesmaids' dresses or suits, with hangers that use calligraphy. Write out the names of members of the wedding party in stylish calligraphy on your hangers. This will be a fun way to incorporate calligraphy into your big day, as well as provide gifts for members of the wedding party. Adding calligraphy to wedding decor. Welcome guests to the wedding with a calligraphy sign. When guests enter your wedding, you can have a calligraphy sign near the entrance welcoming them. You can use a material that matches other themes of your wedding. For example, if you're going for an outdoor theme, you can use a wooden sign embellished with leaves. In addition to writing welcome on the sign, you can write something like you and your spouse's names. Place a calligraphy sign near the altar. Just behind the altar, consider hanging up a calligraphy sign. You can also hang up something like a large tapestry or rug embellished with calligraphy. Choose something nice to write on the sign. Some couples like to simply write their names, but you can also write a quote about love, lyrics from a special song, or other sentimental words or phrases. Use calligraphy umbrellas in an outdoor ceremony. If you're getting married outdoors, having certain members of the wedding party carry umbrellas can be a great accessory. Using umbrellas embellished with calligraphy can add to the calligraphy theme. You can write many different things in calligraphy on the umbrellas. You can write you and your spouse's initials, the names of the wedding party, or lyrics to songs or poetry about love. Wear accessories with calligraphy. Look for accessories that make use of calligraphy. You can go for a watch with a calligraphy encryption, a necklace with a calligraphy pendant, or have the wedding rings include calligraphy. The bride or groom can wear calligraphy, or you can have members of the wedding party add it to their accessories. For example, have all the bridesmaids wear a necklace with a calligraphy pendant. Add calligraphy to wedding programs or the guest book. If you're handing out programs at your wedding, have them written in calligraphy. Guests can keep the programs after the wedding as a memento. If you have a guest book, have the cover written in calligraphy. If you have any writing on the pages, you can have those written in calligraphy as well. Using calligraphy at the reception. Add calligraphy to the cake. You can have something written on the cake in calligraphy. Instead of a traditional couple wedding topper, have cut out calligraphy lettering as your topper. You can have the name or initials of the bride and groom. If you're using a wedding hashtag, you can also use that as the wedding topper. If you want a traditional couple cake topper, See if you can get a baker to write something on the cake in calligraphy letters. You can, for example, have you and your spouse's name written on the side of the cake. Use calligraphy place cards. If you're having a big reception dinner, you may use place cards to indicate where people should sit. Using calligraphy on the cards can be a fun way to incorporate calligraphy into your big day. If you don't want to use traditional place cards, use something like a small stone or statue with calligraphy lettering. This way, guests can take home a memento. Opt for calligraphy menus. If you're serving food or drinks, you may include menus for guests. If you do, use calligraphy lettering. This can be a fun and practical way to add calligraphy to the reception. You may want to write descriptions of food and drink in regular lettering. You want to make sure guests can read the descriptions of drinks and cocktails. Add calligraphy toppers to desserts. You can buy toppers with words written in calligraphy letters. You can use these in desserts like cupcakes and brownies. Dessert toppers can be a cute way to add calligraphy to your wedding day while also giving guests something to take home with them as a memento. You can use you and your spouse's initials in dessert toppers. You can also write out words, such as love and forever, that reflect a wedding. Use calligraphy vases as centerpieces. If you're using centerpieces at wedding tables, add calligraphy lettering. This can be an easy way to add calligraphy to your ceremony. You can write down words like friends and family, depending on who is sitting at what table. You can also write you and your spouse's name or initials.